My name is Gaber The Animator, and welcome to another My Anime List review. Now, for some reason, I kind of just forgot to do my friend Sean the Shorty. I think he has a YouTube channel. If he does, go check it out in the description below. But yeah. So we're just gonna go through his list. Uh, he's a big shonen fan. He's obviously seen quite a bit of anime. So let's just hop right into it. Let's see. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here to filters, and we're gonna go to our score, and we're gonna go descending and apply. Here we go. So in his 10 out of 10s, we have Naruto. Okay. So honestly, I'm gonna let him. I'm not gonna diss Naruto being at a 10 out of 10, especially because it's the nostalgia factor for him that makes Naruto that good. Because let's be honest, all 220 episodes of Naruto were not as great as a 10 out of 10. But if you grew up on it and watching it just gives you that good old feeling it did when you grew up, then I'm not gonna complain. That's a great 10 out of 10. That's good. That's good. Hunter x Hunter 2011. This is one of the ones that I actually haven't seen, but it is on my to watch list. But from what I've heard, a 10 out of 10 is respectable and just all out good. JoJo's Part 3 is this like the second. I don't know if this is the battle in Egypt. Yeah, it's battle in Egypt. So we have JoJo's Stardust Crusaders Battle in Egypt. This is supposed to be really, really, really good, and I haven't seen it yet because I haven't seen all the JoJos. I've only seen parts 1 and 2, but I'm about to watch part 3 here soon. But I heard it's supposed to be good, and he gave it a 10 out of 10, so it must be pretty decent. It must be okay. Death Note at a 9 out of 10. One of the only shows I've seen him watch that doesn't have action at such a high rating, then that's respectable. Okay, he understands. He's got that storyline down with Death Note. Death Note's got that good story. JoJo's Stardust Crusaders, it just looks like in his mind it wasn't as good as Battle in Egypt, which I'm sure is respectable. JoJo's Part 4, I haven't seen it, but it must be pretty good because it's a 9, and he seems to have some pretty good taste. Shingeki no Kyojin Season 3 and Season 3 Part 2. I haven't seen it. He just went on this binge, and I'm reading the manga, but I'm not this far in. This is probably respectable. I'm not gonna diss this. This looks like it's probably a good idea. So I've heard that Season 3 is really good, and that it's really valid, and that it really sets up the final season nice and just really good. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. This I completely disagree on, but not because of the quality of the show, because it beat Spy Family in the anime awards, and I was really rooting for Spy Family, so I just auto-hate on this show, so I'm a little biased. Boku no Hero Academia 6th season. I'm not this far, but I do know that the Delinquent arc is supposed to be really good. Not Delinquent, Vigilante. It turns into a Vigilante, and it's supposed to be really good, and enjoyable. So Boku no Hero Academia 6th season. Jujutsu Kaisen 2nd season. I've only seen the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I really didn't like it. I've heard that the second season is supposed to be way better, but I probably won't give it a 9 out of 10, but I'll rate it honestly, and if it's 9 out of 10 material, then that's where it'll go. Tengoku Daimakyo, or in English, Heavenly Delusion. Another non-action show he really enjoyed. I haven't seen Heavenly Delusion, but I've heard it's supposed to be pretty decent. So let's go. Good job. That's probably really good rating right there. Naruto Shippuden. This is another nostalgia factor for him because let's be honest here. Naruto Shippuden is bad writing. Like, there's some cool fights with Pain, but like the story wise of Naruto Shippuden is just not that good. But I'm not gonna complain. Shingeki no Kyojin Season 2. Again, I haven't seen it. It's supposed to be pretty good. 8 out of 10 is probably respectable. One Punch Man Season 1. Alright, so normally I would rip on this being at an 8, but most people put it at an 8, and apparently I'm one of the only humans who gave One Punch Man Season 1 a 6. It was okay. It was fine. I did not love it that much. So, yeah, there's not a lot left to say other than, like, it just wasn't my show, I guess. I like some other stuff. I honestly don't know what that letter is. So Psychic Hey. I haven't seen it. It's supposed to be really funny, enjoyable, probably good at an 8. Again, it's not an action, so he's He's branching out. He's branching out. Jojo no Kimio no Boken Part 5 Ogan no Kaze. I believe that is Golden Wind. And I've seen the opening. The opening was pretty fire. So and let's be honest, Giorno's theme. That's a peak song. So yeah, JoJo's is probably good at an 8. Kimetsu no Yaiba Yukaku Hen. Entertainment District. I didn't love it that much. I mean, like it just didn't have me emotionally invested like Mugen Train did. But honestly, it's his list, and he thinks that Entertainment District is better, and most people do. I'm one of the few, and honestly, Mugen Train was better in my opinion. But again, it's not my list. One Piece at a 7. Okay. I think I can see why that's a 7. Because it looks like you're on Skypea. But I gave One Piece a 10 because One Piece is great. And I love One Piece. And like, just, it's like, come on, just look at Luffy, man. Like such a good series. Such a good series. I love One Piece. Bleach, 7. 21 episodes. Wow, he's a lot further than I thought he was. I don't know where he is in story-wise or if I'm past him in the manga or not. But I've only read 3 volumes of the manga. So I'm assuming I'm not past him. Bleach is really good. But I've only read the manga and I haven't seen the anime, so I'm not gonna really get too deep into it. Dragon Ball Kai, another series I haven't seen just yet. I'm working towards getting to Kai because I'm watching Dragon Ball, and honestly, I don't have a lot I can say about Kai other than just watch Dragon Ball Z. I know that it's old animation, but Kai changes some parts of the story, and I just can't do that, man. Jojo no Kimio no Boken, 7. Wow. I thought part 2 was a lot better. Part 2 was really good. But part 1 just didn't hit, man. It was boring. It was bad. Shingeki no Kyojin. This, I did not like the first half of the first season, and that's how far I ever got in the show. And that's why I started reading the manga instead, was because the anime made me want to die. So, not a lot I can say about Shingeki no Kyojin. Rizero kara hajimara isekai seikatsu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right, but I'm working on saying the Japanese titles for shows. So, if somebody hears me say something wrong, please comment down how to actually say it, because I would like to say it in the best way. I'm trying to learn Japanese over here. Anyways, so ReZero is really good. I love ReZero. There's not a lot to say. I think a 7's a little too low, but then again, Boren Warren gave it the same thing, so it's probably valid. I just love ReZero, but I'm crazy. I guess it was just for gore for me. Like ReZero had great gore and it had romance. A very small bit of it, but there were romance aspects and I enjoyed it. Boku no Hero Academia. 7 stars. Okay. Whoa. Actually, he's got a valid rating. I don't even have to say much about this. He put season 1 with season 2. So the sports festivals and the same thing as the USJ incident, and I love both of those. Those were both really good to watch. I haven't seen season 3 or 4 yet, so I'm not going to say anything. But holy moly, this is a really valid rating, actually. This is great. That's a good rating. Jujutsu Kaisen. I didn't like Jujutsu Kaisen, but I know a lot of people did. So before I just run over and be like, oh, you idiot, Jujutsu Kaisen is garbage, like, I'm not going to do that, because Jujutsu Kaisen is just not my cup of tea, but he enjoys it, and I'm not going to diss him for that. Jujutsu Kaisen 0, I've heard the movie is a lot worse than the show, but I guess he gave it the same rating, so maybe I'm crazy. Let me just check what people normally rate it. Oh, never mind, it's probably rated a little higher than the show. Actually, what is the show normally rated? Nah, they're about the same, so then it looks like he rated pretty validly. Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Resahen? I don't know if I said that right, but I love the Mugen Train arc. I mean, like, come on, it pulls on the heartstrings, it gets you good, emotionally invested. It was such a good arc, and it just should not be in the same place as Swordsmith Village. I'm sorry, it was better than Swordsmith Village. So, you know what? He can do whatever he wants to do. I just respectfully disagree. But Kimetsu no Yaiba Katana Kaji no Satohen is really good as well. I'm not going to say a lot. Mist Hashida was cool. Love Hashida is cool. Mist Hashida is cool. I liked Genya. It was a pretty enjoyable arc, I guess. Mashal. Okay, so this is literally like his show. it's literally just like action. Like, I heard that there's very small bits of story. Well, I mean, there probably is a story, but it's like this show is obviously made just to watch people fight, and honestly, it's his show. Zom 100 zombie no let's try to say this. Zom 100 zombie ni naru made ni shitai 100 no koto, or Zom 100 bucket list of the dead. It looks really good, but I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna say a lot. Anatsuko Shitisu, Assassination Classroom. I haven't seen it, but I really, 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 really. Well, I have seen it, but it was really long ago, so I don't remember. I didn't put it on my list because it's literally so long ago. I don't remember anything that happens. So I'm gonna rewatch this, and it's probably gonna be great. One Punch Man season 2. I liked the second season way better than the first season, and I know that's a hot take, so we won't go on about that for too long. But I mean, hey, I'm opinionated sometimes. Kimetsu no Yaiba. I personally really thought that this was kind of boring until the Rui arc came in. When Rui gets introduced, it's really good. He says that Boku no Hero Academia 5th season is boring, and honestly, by the sounds of what I've heard, the good seasons are seasons 1, 2, 3, and 6. So this is probably respectable. Sword Art Online. 5 is a great place. It was great when you watched it as the first anime, which you probably didn't watch it as your first anime. But for me, this was my first anime, and I loved it until I started delving into anime and figured out, oh, Sword Art Online is kind of trash. They're so much better. Soso no Frieren. I am very surprised by the one episode, and he dropped it. Okay. I've heard Frieren is great, but it is literally not his. It's so not him. He needs action. This is like story. This is story the show. There's no way he would like it. Sword Art Online season 2. I thought Gun Gale arc was cool. Not everybody did, but hey, whatever. 4, I think I did it the same thing, so I agree. ReZero Kara Hajimeta Isekai Seikatsu 2nd season. Haven't seen it just yet. The God of High School, haven't seen it. Higurashi no Nakukoro Nikai. So just so people know, Higurashi is about murder, and it sounds awesome, so I'm really sad he gave it a 3, because I personally am really interested with Higurashi. So, okay. High School Duty, Disappointment, the TV show, is what that is. And anyways, going forward, ReZero Kara Hajimeta Isekai Seikatsu 2nd season part 2, haven't seen it. Dragon Ball, this is a great 2, by the way. Dragon Ball is absolute garbage. It is so not worth watching. I can't even, it's bad. It's bad. Kunojo Kirishimasu. You've seen this? 11 episodes of this? I'm genuinely confused, actually. This is not something I would have expected you to watch, and you seriously have 1 episode left. I liked this show, but it's a romance, and he likes action. Those are, like, 2 different sides of, like, the whole planet. That's hot and cold. Like, this is not his show. And then we have Chainsaw Man at a 1. That's a hot take if I've ever seen it. I'm sorry, what? A 1? I thought you enjoyed that show. This has got to be a mistake. There's no way. I am actually surprised. A 1. Wow. And then, he's planning on watching Undead Unluck. I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything about it. But yeah, that's his list. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah. If you guys enjoy watching the video, I have fun making the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.